Welcome, everybody, back to the Trainwell podcast, inspiring you to move more, get stronger, and have fun. I want to start out with gratitude. Gratitude to our listeners, gratitude to Joey for being an amazing co-host, and gratitude to Trainwell for allowing me to have an amazing job and to start a fun podcast. And the reason I'm starting with gratitude is because Thanksgiving is upon us. And with Thanksgiving comes a lot of, well, from my experience, fear at times. You know, people have been working towards their fitness goals, and it's scary to have a whole day and meal revolving around eating tons of food. And also a lot of like confusion. How do I stay on track with my goals or, you know, with my fitness and have a good Thanksgiving? Or just maybe like you're not thinking about any of that, but Thanksgiving is still fun to talk about and food is still fun to talk about. So that's what we're going to do.
Yeah. Great call with starting the call with gratitude and attitude of gratitude, D. I'm grateful for Trainwell for sure because they allow us to talk on the mics, right? And Mom, if you're listening, I'm grateful for you because your Thanksgiving cooking is solid with a capital S. And D, I'm grateful for you because we get to, we might argue on this podcast today, but we'll see how it goes. Tell us what we're talking about today. Are we talking about Thanksgiving dinner? Are we talking about the football craze that goes along with Thanksgiving? What are we talking about?
I think we should break it down completely. I would love to know. So I think we should talk about what are our favorite Thanksgiving foods, but I really want to talk about mindset going into Thanksgiving. Because like I said, people feel all different sorts of ways about Thanksgiving. I want to talk about mindset. I want to talk about strategy, depending on your Thanksgiving goal. And I just want to talk about like practical steps and, you know, just make sure that no matter what, you're feeling good that next day and day of and next day. I think that's what we should talk about. So let me ask you, Joey, what is your number one Thanksgiving food and number one Thanksgiving dessert? Like, or you could do like an appetizer, a main course, a dessert. Yeah. What is your favorite?
Yeah. So Thanksgiving Day, we're eating all day. Like it's not one meal. My favorite appetizer is my mom's bean dip she makes. She throws a little bit of green chili in there. We're Hispanic. And so green chili on the menu is like a standard. Like instead of gravy, it's green chili. But my favorite appetizer, bean dip for sure with the green chili in it, with regular tortilla chips. Favorite item, I would have to say the ham. We do ham and turkey, but I would say the ham because it's glazed. It's got pineapple. It's got cherries. A glaze that's just buttery. And then dessert, it's always pumpkin pie. No whipped cream, though. No whipped cream, period. What about you?
Okay. Well, I have to first give some context that my Thanksgiving traditions have changed so much over the years. Growing up, we spent Thanksgiving with my dad's family. My dad has 3 siblings and their kids. So it was always a very traditional Thanksgiving with the traditional foods. Once I moved to LA, it was Friendsgiving all the way. I had so much fun. Thanksgiving in LA was the best. I would go to like 3 different parties. We would go, it was like 3 different feasts in a day. And then I had a group of friends that I was like, these are my people from Lancaster that went to LA with me. Like we were best friends. We would always do Thanksgiving with them. And at one point I said, we're going to do Thanksgiving brunch day after, because we all had so many parties. Day after, we're doing brunch style Thanksgiving. So we're talking sweet potato hash browns. We're talking waffles. We're talking turkey and like make it bacon, make it brunch style. Anyway, all that to say, now I have kids. We have Thanksgiving at my mom's house. So dinner and the foods we choose has looked different over the years. I have always been a huge fan of green bean casserole.
Oh, my sister makes green bean. I don't like it. What do you like about it? What do you like about green bean casserole?
I don't know, something about it. It just I like the different textures. It has like multiple textures that I really like. I'm a texture person. Growing up, I always loved the sweet potato dishes. My mom does sweet potatoes with marshmallows roasted on top. But I think as I'm getting older, I'm really more of a savory, like really love the stuffing with the mashed potatoes, with the gravy. And then as far as desserts go, I usually have to go with like more of an apple pie or like not even a pie, but like a crumble, like an apple crisp, I think is my go-to with ice cream on top, obviously.
Vanilla ice cream.
Oh yeah. I mean, I can't get through a dessert without adding ice cream to it. It just doesn't happen.
That sounds solid, D. Let's transition into this mindset myth that their mindset trap that people can get to because those looking to lose weight or whatnot, they can come to the table literally with this, I shouldn't do this. Or like this one meal, this one day is gonna completely send me off the rails. Talk us through how to change that mindset. And I have my own opinions and whatnot, but you first. How do we steer people clear of this mindset shift?
Yeah, I think this for me, because Thanksgiving used to be, while I described it as like a very joyful time, as all of our listeners know, I had struggled a lot with eating disorders and a lot of body image issues. And Thanksgiving actually used to also bring a lot of fear. Like while I love spending time with my like family and friends, there was a lot of fear around the food. And there were a number of Thanksgivings where I literally packed my own food because I didn't want to not have control over what was in my food. And the day was still fun, but like obviously I wish I could have just been normal and enjoyed food, quote unquote normal, and just enjoyed food like everyone else. But there really was this fear of like, because everyone talks about like the calories in your Thanksgiving meal or the amount of calories you'd eat in a week. It's just crazy. And like, this is how many, to burn off one slice of pie, you'd have to work out for the rest of your life to burn that off. Like, just so much fear mongering around Thanksgiving. And so I can really relate to anybody out there who's feeling very scared to go into Thanksgiving that they're going to overeat, that they're going to binge, and they've been so good and they've been so clean. And what are they going to do? And I just want to say this: one day never makes or breaks anything. Even if you ate all day, even if you ate way past the point of fullness, even if you felt sick because of how much you ate, it does not make or break everything you've been doing leading up to that moment. And it does not change anything you can do after that moment.
Boom. You hear that, listeners? Repeat that one liner real quick, D.
It doesn't change anything you've done up until that moment. And it doesn't change what you can do after that moment.
The one big meal does not cause the weight gain. It is the long-term effect of days, of weeks, of months, the long-term habits. I always compare it to like getting in shape. Like you can't get in shape with one solid workout, right? It's just not going to happen. Anything in biology or physiology takes time. And if you're worried, I got a practical skill right here. If you're worried about overeating at dinner, on Thanksgiving dinner, because the average meal is like 4,000 calories, have a protein shake before your meal, about 30 minutes before, and watch that appetite just hit the brakes on it. But I would encourage you to just full send it. Have fun with it because we break bread together, right? And this mindset of this harmful effect, right? People turn exercise then as into self-harm rather than self-care, right? I ate this, I have to do this. But it doesn't matter. That one day doesn't matter. But if you're really still concerned, have that protein shake beforehand. Or be like me. I like to fast all day. And we can talk about this too. But on Thanksgiving Day, since I'm eating all day, like I don't have like any breakfast. We do a turkey trot in the morning just for fun with our kids, right? And then like 11, 12 o'clock, it is on, baby.
I mean, yeah, there's definitely some practical steps we can take so that people can be feeling good about their Thanksgiving choices and be feeling good the next day. Like I've been there where I've eaten way too much and I just feel awful. It's just not a good feeling. We can definitely talk about that. But what you said about, the that you said something about this day and how it compares to fitness, and like the one day you can't get fit in a day. Just like if you have goals to like lose body fat or something, you don't eat one clean meal and then you lose a bunch of body fat. Just like you don't eat one, calorically dense meal and then all of a sudden you've gained so much weight.
Even
Like
though
that's
Instagram says otherwise, right? And the
But it's
commercial
just
say
not. It's
otherwise.
just not how it works at all. So, there's definitely some ways that we can go into the day to prepare. Now, Joey said his strategy is to fast. I take an opposite approach because when I fasted, and maybe listeners can relate, you end up feeling so hungry by the time you get to the meal that you now don't have like any control. So I like to just have a normal day, but I do focus around protein. I like to have a normal day, but I think I really focus those meals of those, my breakfast and my lunch. Now, a lot of people have Thanksgiving dinner very early, so maybe there's not lunch, but like a snack, a little, mid morning, early afternoon snack around protein. So, what that might look like is like I'm going to do like scrambled eggs in the morning, maybe with some sausage or bacon and a yogurt, something like that, like very protein rich. And then for a snack, maybe I'll have like, you know, a tuna fish salad, some turkey slices, some fruit to get the fiber in there, whatever that may be, like just nutrient dense foods.
Yeah, I like that, D. Protein will really pump the brakes on your appetite because it's so satious, right? It makes you feel full. I would say even when you do like fast all day, right? And you just feel like so like overly full, right? There's various adjectives I can use here. But I want to tell people that another takeaway is go for a walk, regardless of how you feel, regardless of how glued you are to the couch after that meal. Force yourself. Go with your family, go with your pet, go with your friends, whatever. Take a 10-minute walk and tell me how you feel after that 10-minute walk. You will feel immensely better. And isn't for Thanksgiving. They recommend after every meal of the day, ideally, you go for a 10-minute walk, 5-minute walk. It really helps with your digestion. It really helps with your mental clarity on things. So try that out. Try that walk after that big meal. If you've overly gorged, overly indulged, I think half of the fun is overly indulging because then you can make jokes as you go. Just please don't show up to the Thanksgiving table or the Friendsgiving and be that person where you're like, oh, I can't eat that. Oh, I can't eat that. I can't eat that. Nope. I'm CrossFitting tomorrow. I can't eat that. Don't be that person. No one likes that. We break bread as a community. That's another hot
Oh,
tip.
that's what I was gonna say, Joey. This is such an interesting thing. I think in the fitness world, in the diet culture world, people love to talk about food is fuel. Food is fuel. Just think of it as fuel. And like, yes, it is fuel, but that is not. There's so much more nuance to that. Since the beginning of time, humans have used food as a cultural touch point, as celebration. There has never been a time where we didn't have ritual around food. That is real. It's not as if like cave people were just, I mean, maybe cave people, but, humans were ever just eating food. Think about how long ago was Thanksgiving? That was the 1600s, and we were celebrating. Was it the 1600s or 1700s?
Oof.
Oh boy,
The
we
trivia
should have
was last episode, D.
we should have brushed up on our Thanksgiving knowledge. Look it up really quick. The point is, we've
Mayflower.
always celebrated with food. It is a part of who we are as humans. It's what makes us human. So it's okay to just eat food for fun. It doesn't have to be only utilitarian. It's okay to just enjoy food because it is fun and it tastes good. And it's the way that we connect with our people. It's how we connect.
Oh, totally. It is. Yeah, we literally break bread together, right? That's why I can't stand the relatives who, and that's another thing we do in fitness is like people like to tell you what they're doing, even though they've been doing it for like 2 days. Like, that conversation will come. And by the way, I don't know if this happened to you, D. If you're a trainer and you're in your family, when the family gets together, you get like asked all the questions, about fitness. Oh, it's so annoying. That's another hot tip. I'm going off on a tangent. Whenever you connect with someone, right, outside their workplace, don't ask them about work. Ask them about like fishing or their new shoes. Don't be like, "Hey, you're a dentist. Like, should I brush 3 times a day, 4 times a day, 5 times?" Don't ask about work. Hot tip on human connection.
You know, it's funny. I used to run into people, people that took my classes and trained with me, like out in the world, and they would regularly see me in ice cream shops because I go to ice cream shops, and they go, "Oh, I didn't know you ate ice cream." And my response is, "Yeah, everyone eats ice cream. Like, it's cool. Go for it." They'd be like, "Oh no, I don't want you to see me here." I'm like, "I'm also here."
All right, so let's get into exercise because I want to talk to you about this. Do you like to exercise on Thanksgiving Day, on Christmas Day, on a day you're going to be eating more? Yes or no?
Yeah, I do, but it's not for the reason people think. It's not because I think I need to burn these calories so I can earn that meal. It's because I want to feel good, and working out makes me feel good, and it gets your body warmed up, it gets the blood flowing, gets the digestion moving, and helps with, appetite, and all of the other thing, blood glucose control. Like, it's just a good practical strategy, in my opinion. It has nothing to do with like burning my calories.
That's so solid you said that. And we talked about this before. I view exercise. I know it's great for the body and blah blah blah. I think exercise now, the more I get into it, is for the mind, right? Stress management, which is very useful when family comes to town, right? Because family is annoying, stressful, and just it makes you feel good, right? I know people do it because it makes them feel like they can earn the meal, but I think that's a bad trap, okay? Because that 4,000 calorie meal we talked about, this example right here, a 150-pound person would need to run 30 miles to burn that off. That's not happening before dessert unless you're like Killian Jornet or like Courtney Dauwalter, right? But in my experience, do it for what just Darian just said. It makes you feel good. I got a great body weight workout you can do right now. You ready, D?
Yeah.
It's my 10-8-6-4-2 principle. You pick a squat pattern, you pick a push pattern, and you pick some sort of hinge pattern. We'll just do body weight. 10-8-6-4-2. Those are your reps. So your warm up is like a 5-minute walk. Boom, done. Go out to the mailbox and back. Then you do 10, pick a squat pattern. Let's say a body weight squat. Pick a push pattern, elevated wall push up. Pick a hinge pattern. We're going to do floor bridges. We're going to do 10 reps. We're going to do 8 reps. We're going to do 6 reps, 4 reps, 2 reps. If you're feeling great, go back up the ladder. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's a super simple way you can get the body moving with no equipment. You can do it while you're watching NFL on that day. Because Thanksgiving, 3 NFL games that day, FYI.
Good to know. I won't be watching any of them. But so you're saying do 10 of each, do 8 of each. Do you say, I love that format. If you really want to take it up a notch, do 10 of each, 9 of each, 8 of each.
Oof.
Down the reps. You'll end up with 55 reps of each, which is fun. You know what? I used to always teach on Thanksgiving at the CrossFit gym, and we would do the first course, and we'd have a little fun like warm up workout, and then we would do the main course, and that's like our main WOD workout of the day, and then we would do our little cookie, which is like what they in CrossFit what they call that little like finisher, and then we would do our stretch, and it was so fun. I loved teaching on holidays because everyone comes in with a good attitude.
Yeah. I don't think fitness binds us as humans as much as food does. But if you're in a community, that's why I love turkey trot so much, because you're around like-minded individuals, and the environment shapes how you behave, how you act, more importantly, and ultimately what you do. Like, D, have you ever stayed at the Four Seasons, by the way?
No, no, I have not.
Well, you turn into a different person when you stay at a Four Seasons, much than you do at my typical stay, like a Motel 6. And if you're around that environment, right? If you're around the people who especially like to move on holidays, get around that. Get around that positivity. In my opinion, do a turkey trot, sign up. Even if you haven't been running, 3 miles won't kill you unless you have like a recent surgery or something, but go walk it, right?
3 miles. Oh my God. I would die after 1 mile. Wait, Joey. Why did you bring up the Four Seasons?
Because the environment in which you surround yourself with, like, really hypes it up. When you stay at a Four Seasons,
Yeah,
Like
what
there is
happened?
fresh fruit and like a butler. There's like pristine pillows. My in-laws have a room at they have 2 residences at the Four Seasons. And so I always like think about that. Like when you set your environment around what you want to be like that's where it starts, right? The environment you're training in. So
So
there you go.
you're saying you become bougie when you're at the Four
Oh,
Seasons.
totally. Like, give me another Muay Thai, please, and rub my toe or not rub my
Rub my
toenails.
toes.
Rub my toes. Yes.
Well, so let's talk about some like actual. So we talked about the day leading up. Joey's strategy was he likes to fast. I personally like to just have a normal day of eating with higher protein. But I want to talk about when you actually get to the meal. How do you how can you navigate the meal? Because truly, I think people feel overwhelmed
Oh
at
man.
times.
Okay. First of all, if you want to do that protein shake, do it 30 minutes before. I'm telling you that's like a godsend. Okay. Try to get 30 grams in. When you have your protein shakes too. Sorry, D, I'm going off on so many tangents that they do.
That's
Don't
okay.
just pound it. Take at least 5 minutes to enjoy that protein shake because if it's taken in too much, your brain is like, whoa, when have we ever taken this much protein this fast? It kind of tricks it. And so you can improve your digestion a lot by literally chewing on your liquid. Like you take a swallow, you chew, and then you swallow, but take time to enjoy that protein shake. Okay. When you go to plate your protein, or sorry, your Thanksgiving dinner plate, whatever, start with the protein and start with the veggies. Sometimes it's good to start with the veggies and then go to the protein. But anything that's green, you grab it. At our house, there's very little that is green. So start with, if you don't have any vegetables, totally fine. Don't freak out. Don't panic. Certainly don't tell you the cook, hey, there's no vegetables over here. Don't be that. Start with the protein. And the guideline is what? 2 palms of protein, precision nutrition, right? 2 palms of protein on the plate. And as
For
you're
a
eating,
male.
sorry, yeah. Yeah, for a male. For me, female, it's 1. For female, it's 1. But start with that. Get that on your plate. So then even if you went off the rails and had the mashed potatoes and had the stuffing and whatnot, it's totally fine. By the way, stovetop, oh my gosh, stovetop stuffing is way better. Like the box one is way better than like the homemade stuffing. You agree?
No, it like tastes better.
Oh yeah, way better. It's
I
more
think yeah.
processed, more additives.
Like I love canned cranberry sauce.
Oh,
The canned version for me is like so solid. But
all right. Go practical tips. Go.
okay, now I have a shock to everyone. I have an opposing strategy.
That's great.
Shocker. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think people want to go like, let's get the nutrition food in first so we can really feel good about all the stuff we really want to eat. But if you fill up on the on just like the protein and the veggies, you're gonna already be at a point of fullness where now you want all the fun stuff, and you're now pushing past your limit of what's full. So here's my strategy. I assess the situation. What is here? Seriously, what is here? What do I want the absolute most? That's what I go for first. I put the things that I want the absolute most on my plate because I want to enjoy those when my stomach is the least full. Then, if I still have room, then I'll go for the things that are like lower on the list. Like I want to try them, but I don't care that much if I get to eat those. So I want to fill up on the things that are like biggest bang for the buck in terms of joy. Because let's be real, while you can make any of these Thanksgiving foods any day, you're probably not going to. So if you really want that stuffing, you got to go for that stuffing first, in my humble opinion.
That is
Oh,
so
heck,
funny.
there are no rules. Get the slice of pie first. I don't care. Like, you just do you on Thanksgiving. But I would say, whatever you are just, the mouth is watering for it, but that's what goes on the plate first.
That's so funny. I can just see you like scanning the
Hmm.
dinner plate or the dinner table, the kitchen just do, 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 do.
Yeah.
Whereas like by the time you're done scanning, I'm already on my second plate. Like I could just see that. Uh that is a good tip though, because you will be very full after the protein and veggies or whatever, right? that you may not have room. But isn't that the point, D? Like, do you not want to be full so you don't overindulge in those amazing foods?
Yeah, but what if you don't get it? What if you're too full to have them? God, that'd be so sad. I would wake up so depressed the next day. Like I didn't even get to have my mom's famous sweet potatoes. So depressed.
Here's your
You know what I'm saying?
solution. Go for a walk after the protein and veggie plate.
And go for round two.
Come back in, go for round two. That second walk is optional. Props to you if you do it, but it'll make you feel better, guarantee you.
I love it. Okay. Did we set people up for success?
I think we did. You can't out train your fork, but you can dance it off with the family later.
Oh my goodness. What a tip right there. Just dance party it out. And now wait, we need to do one thing. What do people do the next day?
You cry.
No.
Just kidding.
What do you do?
You get back on the horse in the routine that you've been doing as if it never happened. Now, this is a
Mhm.
awesome plug. You should have already been training with your Trainwell trainer. You should have already pre-emphasized and taken part in that weekly survey, right, of the barriers coming up or when Thanksgiving is. So you should already have your workouts mapped out. You should have already had your workout on the table for next day or the walk, whatever it is. But just continue as if nothing happened. Hit resume.
100% agree. We've agreed for the first time today. You do not need to atone for any sins. There are none to be had. You just go about your normal life. You do not need to make up for what you did the day before. Just go back to your routine. Eat your normal breakfast, do a normal workout, and don't generate a vicious cycle of this like whole on off binge restrict whatever it may be. Just be normal. Just be cool.
Okay. If you had a turkey, here's the sandwich you have to make the next day.
We're loving this. Have leftovers. We love
Yes,
that.
have leftovers, but I want to leave people with the best turkey sandwich possible. This works for white meat and dark meat. I'm more of a dark meat kind of guy. Okay.
Same.
Get your dark meat out. Okay. Pick the palm size of protein. You can do two if you want to, but start with the palm size of that turkey. And what I like to do is get as flat as you can. Okay. Put a piece, if you like cheese, put a piece of cheese on it. Toss that in the microwave. Get that cheese melted, like a minute in the microwave. As that's going, get 2 pieces of Ezekiel bread. Okay,
Mhm.
that's like the best bread you can have. If you can do wheat, put that in the toaster. Now your condiments are as follows. Okay, when it's all together, toasted and then melted cheese and turkey, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce,
Okay.
1 tablespoon of ketchup. Blend that together, and then some salt and pepper. And overdo the salt depending on the taste. Put that in a sandwich. If you want to put a tomato on that, do it. Get your vegetable in. But that is the best turkey sandwich you will ever have in your life.
No cranberry in there.
No, no, no. Save the cranberries for the grandmas.
Oh, I like it. That actually sounds fantastic.
What's your favorite leftover meal from Thanksgiving, D?
It's not like I have a favorite meal. I will just go again for the things I like the best. I will just I'm not a huge turkey fan, but I do like me some dark meat. And then I'll just go with like a little bit of all my favorites: potato, stuffing, green bean casserole, all of it. Do you do mac and cheese at your Thanksgiving? Because
Oh,
more
yeah.
and more I'm seeing mac and cheese.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my sister makes some amazing mac and cheese. Yeah, there's a whole nother podcast on that. But listeners, if I have influenced you at all, please, please, please put a little Mexican in the dish. Get some green chili or some red chili. Use that as your stuffing or as your gravy instead. Put it all over. So good. Please, please do that for me.
Okay, I love that. I would love to hear from our listeners.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish? And let us know how it goes. Let us know what your strategy is. What is your Thanksgiving goal? Is it to like feel your best coming out of it, or is it to eat as much as you possibly can? We all have a different goal.
Regardless of what your goal is, we want all of you to understand how thankful we are for you as our audience. We encourage you to share the show as always with your friends, with your family. Hell, listen to the podcast as you're dining. We love you guys.
Thank you so much. As always, you can check our show notes to get a link to try Trainwell for 14 days. Totally free. Get matched with your very own personal trainer, and we will talk to you next time.
Happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.